Peace and blessings. I am Minister Mustafaa, Abdulhaq, Abdallah, of the Third Church of Jerusalem, House of Prayer, Temple of God. Now, if you saw my first video sermon, I mentioned that I will be reading from the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary. My plan was to read from the front to the back to help give you a better understanding of that which I preach. But what I decided to do first is I thought I would break down the name of the church itself, Third Church of Jerusalem, House of Prayer, Temple of God, and read to you the definitions within the Bible Dictionary, the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, of those specific terms. So we will start with church, Third Church. The church, in a metaphysical definition. The true Christ Church is not an outer sect or religious denomination. First of all, it is an aggregation of spiritual ideas and individual consciousness. To establish the church, or ecclesia, of God and man, a new state of consciousness must be formed. Man must gain an understanding of God as spirit, and also must understand his own relation to spirit. This is revealed by the Holy Ghost, which is epitome of divine mind projected into human consciousness. The Church of God begins its activity in man as a mental perception, which must go through certain processes before it is established in a whole consciousness. Its work is subjective first. That is, it is a silent interior planting of spiritual ideas, which do not make themselves manifest at once, but work like leaven, and in time transform the individual. In its outer sense, the Church of Christ consists of all persons in whom the consciousness of truth has become firmly established. Whether or not they belong to a denominational church makes no difference. They comprise that great brotherhood which Jesus Christ established in spirit. Men have read the Bible in a letter instead of the spirit, and the different interpretations of the scriptures, together with their adherence to forms and creeds, are the cause of the varying sects or churches of today. The true church is not made of creeds and forms, nor is it contained in the walls of wood and stone. The heart of man is its temple, and the Spirit of truth is the one guide into all truth. When men learn to turn within to the Spirit and truth, who is in each one for his light and inspiration, the differences between the churches of man will be eliminated, and the one church will be recognized. Okay, next I will go to house. Jerusalem. Go in order. Jerusalem. Habitation of peace, dwelling place of peace, possession of peace, foundation of peace, constitution of harmony, vision of peace, abode of prosperity, the capital city of Palestine. In Abraham's time, it was called Salem. From Genesis chapter 14, verse 18. It was called Jebus later, when it was inhabited and ruled by the Jebusites. Judges chapter 19, verse 10, and 1 Chronicles chapter 1, verse 4. The first time that it was mentioned in the Bible as Jerusalem is in Joshua, verse 10, chapter 1. In Revelation chapter 21, verse 2, it is used symbolically to describe the redeemed state of man. The metaphysical definition of Jerusalem. Jerusalem means habitation of peace. In man, it is abiding consciousness of spiritual peace, which is the result of continuous realizations of spiritual power tempered with spiritual poise and confidence. Jerusalem is the city of David, which symbolizes the great nerve center just back of the heart. From this point, Spirit sends its radiance to all parts of the body. The wall that Nehemiah's men, spiritual thoughts, were building around Jerusalem, from Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 17, symbolizes in the individual consciousness protecting spiritual substance, which limited error thoughts cannot penetrate. The wall is built by a realization of the enduring strength and stability of omnipresent spirit substance. The rebuilding of the wall of Jerusalem under the direction of Nehemiah can also be said to symbolize the balancing of the negative and positive forces of the soul consciousness. This equalization will result in a renewing and spiritualizing of the whole organism. A feast in Jerusalem, from John chapter 5, verse 1, is a receptive state of mind toward all spiritual good. When we get deep down into the silent recesses of our soul, we realize a stillness and a sweetness beyond expression.